What's up, everyone? Welcome to Fantasy Smack Talk. Nameco here, and we're talking about DraftKings Week 2 value plays. And if you played with me Week 1, you had to have done good. There's no way you didn't, because I did extremely well last week. So again, it's DraftKings, it's PPR, and these guys that I'm going to give you are value plays. So all that I want you to do is take a couple of them, insert into your lineup, get some studs. So like last week I had Ware, Fuller, Allen in a couple leagues, so therefore I was able to pair them up with Brown and Breeze, and well, let's just say it was some good results for your boy Nameco. But you got to sign up to win, to play to win. So click on the card, link in the description, sign up for DraftKings, deposit some cash, and let me hook you up with some value plays. So here we go. Gonna start with the running backs, looking 5,000 and below. First one's gonna be TJ Yeldon, 4,700, playing the San Diego Chargers. Ware crushed them last week. They didn't look like a great run D. And the fact of the matter is, TJ didn't look that great either, but he got all the carries because Ivory was hospitalized. And Ivory's out of the hospital, but I don't think he's going to be playing. So if Ivory plays, I don't think he's a good value play. But for now, Ivory ain't going to play. So value play number one, TJ Yeldon. Let's move on. I said 5,000 below, but this guy is $5,200, and that's Danny Woodhead. It's a PPR DraftKings. I can't believe how cheap Woodhead is. Woodhead's borderline top 10 running back in PPR leagues. I don't know when people are going to start respecting this boy, Dustin's boy. He was a good call by my boss many years ago, but Woodhead's just sick. Rivers loves checking it down to him, and he gets runs. He even gets some goal line looks. All right, next. Again, I said it's PPR, so why am I going to go with this 4,000 player, and that's Blunt? Because Blunt doesn't catch the ball, but what Blunt does is get a lot of carries. He had 22 last week. I expect between 20 and 25 this week as they play the Miami Dolphins, and I think he's got a good shot at 80 yards and a touchdown. And for 4,000, that's such a deal. You just can't beat that. All right, moving on, going to those wide receivers. I'm going to double down on Fuller. Had him last week, really like him. He's a little over $4,000, $4,200. The thing about him, he had the catches, he had over 100 yards, he had a touchdown, he dropped another one that was going to be, he would have had another 80-yard bomb or something like that. So he could have been even bigger, but he played great last week, and you got a double Hopkins, so that's freeing up Fuller. I like him a lot, and even in season-long leagues, he's looking like he's got a ton of upside. Next, I'm going to go with another young guy, Sharp, and that's a wide receiver for the Tennessee Titans. He had 7 catches for 76 yards last week. He's only $4,100, and he is the number one for Tennessee. We heard about that in the preseason, and it was very clear, especially when I rewatched the games. It's very clear he was the number one. He will be again this week as he plays Detroit. All right, moving on, I got another younger receiver, 4,600, and that's Lockett. And he went down. DraftKings really looked at what he did week 1 and hated it, but the kid had 8 targets, so I think he's going to get the targets again. I think there's a lot of upside. Sure, he didn't have a great week 1, but that's a value at this point. All right, let's talk about quarterbacks. I'm going to talk about Jameis Winston. Obviously, I'm not going with a $5,000 quarterback. I did go Prescott last week. My apologies. But I do think Prescott plays better this week. But Jameis Winston at $6,200 is great. He threw for 4 touchdowns last week. And I think and he didn't even rush for a ton of yards. And I think that's another element of his game that could really help him, especially you in DraftKings. All right, moving on. I got James, the tight end for Pittsburgh, $3,400. What James is a freak of nature. This guy is just a big monster, big target for Big Ben. Had 5 catches last week, 7 targets. I think that happens again, but this time I think he gets into the end zone. All right, as far as defenses go, it was a tough week. It was hard for pick up and play for Dustin, and it was kind of hard for me to find one here, but in season-long leagues, I found myself picking up the Ravens a lot. They're pretty cheap. They're only $3,000. I don't really love their defense. But the thing is, I don't really love, let's restate that, I hate the Browns' offensive line. The Browns' offensive line is terrible, and even though RG3 is not playing, and if he was, I think that would help the Ravens, I still think they're going to have a lot of trouble there. I think they're going to be able to get to the quarterback, get you some sacks. There's going to be some maybe turnover opportunities there, and I don't think they're going to get much. The Browns, sorry Browns fans, I think you're in for a long year. That line got a little depleted in the offseason. I think it hurts you. So, all right, that's it. Again, sign up for DraftKings, card, link, deposit some money, make some of these picks, win some cash. It's great. Give a thumbs up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much.